go. Good shit. Here we are now having a catch up, basically like a year later.
Mate, first year's been great.
Yeah.
You're doing well, my boy. You're doing very well.
I'm lucky, I'm grateful, I'm humbled. I'm trying to stay as humble as possible.
Oh, Jay up.
I really love what I'm doing, and I really enjoy researching. Like, what's the most common sporting injury for an AFL player? You can help it, bro. You can stop these injuries from happening.
Because there's plenty of pros that have gone out and you want to be able to walk away from your career as an athlete.
And they've got nothing.
Yeah.
Don't have the mindset of pro or bust.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you hang out with the right people that keep you honest kind of thing. Power of communication is massive. Educate yourself on that if you don't educate yourself on anything else. That is your business. Having bad skin was like probably one of the biggest things I had to deal with in school. It was probably the biggest thing that affected my mental health. I wouldn't even leave the house, bro. Don't get too down on yourself, because in the future you'll be fine. I'm sorry, if there's a girl out there that wants to date me, you will not be my priority. Prime training is my girlfriend. Hello. Girls hate that, so it can completely, completely fuck up your life.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raps Chat, the lifestyle blog and podcast hosted by me, Conrad, where we talk about anything and everything related to fitness, business, and or relationships. On today's episode, we're actually having a catch up with legend Tom Baulch. He was on one of our first episodes, actually. I think it was episode number 5, potentially, or episode number 4, where we talked about the leap of faith. And here we are now having a catch up, basically like a year later. So, Tommy, how you doing, mate?
Mate, I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on. Very, very excited. Especially, we were just chatting before off air about some of the things that obviously, we talked about in the earlier episodes that we did. And I guess the leap of faith that I did take at the start and kind of where we are now, which is so different 12 months ago.
Yeah, it's way further down the road, eh?
Way further, yeah. We've slowly, it is. I'm so grateful for how it's all panned out. And but as I said, kind of during the podcasts that we did earlier, it was all about setting goals and stuff. And I think it's a really good thing for people to go back and have a listen to that one and kind of see where I started and what my vision was. To what I've kind of created now for Prime Training.
For sure. Well, this was like, that last episode was actually before it was even Prime Training.
It was, it was Pandemic, actually. It's what it used to be, Pandemic Training, which is it was a good name at the time. Obviously, it was during the pandemic, and if you go back and listen, you'll hear the story behind that. But Prime Training kind of just took off, and I kind of started to focus a little bit more on athletes and everything. So, mate, I'm so glad and so grateful for how it's all turned out.
Dude, that's good. It's been like such an honor to just like watch you grow from like.
Guys, we're in the house at the moment, and the dog. We're downstairs in the gym, and the dog has just started absolutely barking. Obviously, someone's coming to the house. Probably my sister or something. But sorry for the outside noise.
Get him, Coco.
Shut up, Coco. Anyway,
back to it. I guess I wanted to just literally start at like, there's literally probably like a 30-second clip or something where you're literally just talking about your goals. And I got a couple here. I'll literally just grab them off. So when we first started, I think you just said that you had like 5,000 followers for Pandemic Training at the time. Yeah. And you're at like 34K now, which is insane. How's that journey been, dude?
Well, like, it's crazy because the Instagram stuff's really started to pick up really only the last month. Like, I think it was like 16K, and now I'm lucky enough to be at 34. Obviously the TikTok was the main one that went, like, that's at 200,000 now, which is just like kind of, I guess, crossover a lot back to Instagram sort of stuff. So the following and kind of almost like it sounds a bit cringe, but like kind of like cult figure-ish of what I've been doing is just like grown and being crazy. So look, I've figured out a lot of what content people like, and I think that also one of the most important things to figure out firstly is your niche, but then you just got to be consistent with posting. Like, you just got to post all the time as much as you can. Like, I'm doing maybe 1 or 2 posts a day nowadays, and like a lot of people kind of start off and like they'll post a little bit here and there, but you actually have to post every day at least minimum, and like plus 5 to 6 stories. Like, you just have to keep posting. A lot of people that are starting out don't really understand how that all works.
Yeah, I definitely don't understand it. Like, I'm not
But,
on
like,
TikTok that much
yeah.
yet. Like, I'm trying, but yeah.
The only way you're going to figure out is by doing it, though. Like, I think you just have to, do it as much as you possibly can. And you kind of learn, I think that the best way to learn is throw yourself in the deep end. Yeah. And then you kind of figure it out as you go. Like, that's a lot what I did with my fitness sort of programs and stuff. I was like, let's just take on as much as I possibly can and kind of just figure it out how it goes.
Going off of your fitness programs, like, you started out saying that you sold like 500 in your first year of operating. Do you know how many you've sold now? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't know the exact numbers, but it's over 1,000. Yes,
Yeah.
It's thousands of people. It's thousands of people that I'm lucky enough to have affected their life in a positive way, which is just everything that I kind of have ever dreamed of, which is just so awesome. If you go back and listen to the first potty, it was like the first person I got to affect was a family member, was my sister, and then kind of from there of just the feeling of being able to give and positively affect someone's life it's just so heartwarming and beneficial for me. I'm like, let's try and do this to as many people as possible, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, you've definitely achieved that so far. So like, it's good.
I
Like,
tried. No, it's great. It's fantastic. I'm so lucky. And like I said, grateful that people are willing to spend the time and money doing my programs and everything. So it's just been an amazing journey over the past 12 months. That's for sure.
Dude, and you've been like just cracking back into footy as well, which is sweet.
Yeah, footy's been great, mate. I've been really smashing it. Like the game day vlogs, like I've been doing on YouTube, just been absolutely popping off. And it's so funny. Like I've got some school teachers that are friends that I know, and they'll text me. They'll be like, my students are watching you on YouTube during class, and I'm like, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Like, kids, stay at school, do your ATARs. But it's like I said, it's just it's humbling to have I remember when I was in school and I was watching people on YouTube instead of doing my work, and like now I'm one of those guys that is like getting people away from their schoolwork. Funny guys, I love that. It's great, yeah.
And you finished uni now as well?
Yeah.
That's off the books? Yeah,
off the books, which is great. I was when Prime started to build at the end of last year, I was like, I'm just going to quit uni, because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm so happy that I'm, if I invest 100% into this Prime stuff, it can take me kind of wherever I really want to go. So, but you have to invest in it. Like, it's not just going to happen for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, like just the way that it's been going, it's been absolutely fantastic. And I think that my goal was always to do uni, get my degree, and then kind of have that like as a foundation for when I do finish uni, that I can jump into 100%. Like I don't have to go around looking for jobs. I've already got a business that's running. It needs me, and then I'm just going to jump into 100%. That's just going to be my passion.
What was your degree in?
Sports journalism.
Wow.
Look, you're doing some of it, like you're talking. So
yeah, like, I'm great.
Like,
I'm fantastic at talking. Fantastic at talking about myself. Great at that. Not great at other things. Nah, it's so I got a sports journalism degree, but as soon as I left school, I spent a year doing my Cert 3, Cert 4 in fitness, got strength and conditioning, nutrition, all that sort of stuff. So I don't know, it was I don't know why I did sports journalism. I was kind of a bit lost about what I wanted to do, I think, out of school. And
oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
Yeah, I think that was just the journey and the path that I wanted to take, and that just ended up being being the way to go. Just my passion was never really, my passion was always sport, but it was probably not writing about it. Like my passion is helping people, and I don't know, a lot of journalists are like tear people down and stuff. Like I'm not really about that.
Yeah, I literally on the last episode I had a dude, Nate, and he did or does OnlyFans, and he's nailed that like really well. And media literally like destroyed his income for the better half of like 3 months or something.
It's just ridiculous. It's like it's cool. the media is such a powerful tool, and like we were learning about it so much at university. It's like you literally have the power to affect millions of people or change someone's life, or like because you obviously you do things about like politics and law and all that sort of stuff. Like you can completely change the election. You have the power of everything, but that was never like I don't think that was ever my passion. Like I enjoyed it. I did like writing and stuff here and there, but I'd much rather, I'm more of an arts, like more of actually like a visual art kind of person than a written art person, I think.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep rolling down this list because I like came at you that episode, like asking you 3 questions just about goals, and you just gave me 10. You're like, whatever, I'll just give you more.
I love, honestly, goals are like, it's so funny. So I used to live with like some old housemates last year, and they would give me a little bit of stick about like writing my goals up on like a board or like writing them down of like yearly goals, business goals, footy goals, all that sort of stuff. And they'd be like, bro, that's so cringe. Like, why are you writing goals about, you know, that sort of stuff? I'm like, bro, you guys are like, this is what you got to do if you want to be successful. Like, you have to have a vision. You have to have a goal. If you don't, then like, what are you working towards and what are you achieving? Without goals, you can't achieve anything. Like, that is my favorite quote. Like, without a goal, you can't achieve anything. Like, when I hit that goal, I'm like, I'm achieving something. I'm moving forward. I'd have monthly, yearly, 5-year goals. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And then, I followed it, and it's actually been better than what I expected, which is just crazy.
Good. I love hearing that. Yeah. Man. I'm literally just going to go down and list them. So you said you wanted to finish uni, so you like basically did that. You moved on from it.
Did do that, yeah.
Pivoted. Yeah. You've done your pandemic training rebrand to Prime Training.
Yep, we've rebranded.
You are like killing it.
Thank you.
No, straight up. Like when you... I think you just started out on TikTok back then.
Yeah.
So you basically had 0 followers.
Yeah.
So just to like bring in a bit of perspective, like
mate,
you've come a long way.
It's really, anyway. Yeah.
You want to own your own gym. You said that's part of like your 3-year plan. Mm-hmm. The other one is own a house. Tick that one off. Yeah, let's go.
I've got my own home gym, which is like practically my own gym. Like people come in and use it if they need to. Yeah. Personally, I don't love to be training people all the time because I just hate getting up at like 5 a.m. in the morning and like having to train people. Like I'd rather just like honestly it might sound a little bit selfish, but like the problem with being a personal trainer is you're so worried about other people's goals and visions and stuff that you forget about your own a lot of the time. And a lot of personal trainers really struggle to stay focused on their goals, and they kind of lose themselves a little bit and lose what actually got them into training other people, their passion for training. So that's something that I never want to lose, and why I really tried to push the online stuff so I don't have to lose the vision of my like goals, fitness, footy, all that sort of stuff.
So that's how you kind of get around, I guess, that side of things. Like
exactly, the online stuff. Online's just the way forward for everyone. So if you can start to leverage the power of social media to help you out, then you're already halfway there.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you're an absolute king on social media. Like back then, once again, you said social media is the way to go. It's done well so far for you. The other one, you said you want to have like roughly 50 to 100 clients. How are you tracking on that one?
Well, times 10. You can't have 50 to 100 clients if you're just doing one-on-one, can you? Like
no.
You'll physically
you
burn out.
don't have the time.
No, you'll physically burn out. No. So like the only opportunity and way for you to have to expand your business and be able to earn more money and be able to help more people is to do online, save the programs, and then start to sell them like that.
Yeah.
So basically my thought process was with 1 to 2 trainers was to take some sort of, give myself more time basically so they can help. Realistically, there is no other trainer that I would think of that does as good a job as me, and that's the way that I'll think of like myself. Unfortunately,
that's good.
It's the same.
You
got
to have that opinion.
Exactly.
You got to think highly of yourself, man.
Like I don't believe that anyone has the same knowledge as me in terms of training and stuff, and like unfortunately that's like I'm yet to find someone, but I am looking for someone that would know. But I guess instead of trainers, what I've started to leverage and use is athletes. So I've used other athletes that will do my exercises, I guess, or have come to me to ask for me to train them. And I guess that has helped me kind of like leverage my business and stop it just being all Prime, all me kind of thing. So the more, stop being all Tom and be more like everyone else kind of thing, getting other people to do my exercises. So it's not just me kind of just like showing what I'm doing in the gym.
I love that. So with the athletes that you've got on at the moment, who's been like the favourite one that you've been able to work with so far?
Probably Tom Baulch. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like I've been lucky enough to work with, AFL, rugby, soccer, boxing, tennis, whatever it is, like, and I really love the challenge of different sports and kind of the different movements and the different injuries that every sport has. And I really enjoy researching, like, what's the most common sporting injury for an AFL player, but then what's the most common injury for an AFL women's player, different to an AFL player. So AFL players' most common injuries are hamstring, and if AFL women's players, it's ACL injury. So it's very interesting, the difference in why is that happening kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, an AFL player might have a stronger, might have weaker glutes and a weaker posterior than what a female might have, because females work on their glutes and their hammies all the time in the gym. So what's the problem with them? They've got not as strong quads, not as strong tibialis. So that's why they're getting more knee injuries, because they're not as strong in the front half of their body as they are in the back half of their body.
Yeah, righto.
Very interesting sort of science stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bro, that's like, I'm like, woo!
Yeah, but like that's how deep I think about it. And people kind of might just look at my stuff and think, maybe he's just making this sort of stuff up. But like, there's a lot of research that goes into what I do, and I spend a lot of time. I spent most of my time at uni researching about physical fitness. Like I didn't really. That's my passion, and that's always been my passion. And I've always wanted to see how can I, level myself up and make myself the best possible athlete that I possibly can. But then I've like, bro, why aren't I sharing this knowledge with everyone? Like, I've got this knowledge now that I can totally share with as many people as possible, and that's what I'm starting to really do now. I'm using all that previous, education that I've got to help other people.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you, like, I've got a mate that he just constantly, like, just fucks up his hamstring.
Yeah.
He just cooks it.
It's you can help it, bro. Like, you can stop these injuries from happening.
But he loves the gym.
Yeah, well, he's probably too busy doing chest.
Get out of the gym, son.
He's too busy doing chest and tries, bro.
Yeah.
Like, change it up. Do some hammies, man.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. There's a lot of science to it, and if you're not researching, there's a lot of people that come to me. There's a lot of people that say to me, they're like, "Oh, you're just playing, local league footy. You take yourself too seriously." I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to get injured, so of course I'm going to take myself like seriously. I'm going to take my recovery seriously. I'm going to take my training seriously. I don't want to be a freaking 65 kilo guy that gets knocked out every game and gets shoulder injuries because he's not strong enough. Like when he goes to bump people, kind of thing. Like, you need that kind of strength.
Yeah, and the goal is not to like just be, a really professional athlete right now. You want to be able to walk away from your career as an athlete and still be able to do all those things. Because there's plenty of pros that have gone out and they, and
they've got nothing. Yeah. And that's something that I always say to my younger athletes. I'm like, don't have the mindset of pro or bust. Like, have the mindset of education is important.
Yeah.
But like, still work super, super hard on your craft and your sport and being an athlete, but don't think that education doesn't matter, because a lot of people will get an injury like an ACL and then ruins their draft chances, and they're like, bro, I've got nothing kind of thing. Like, you have to have that base of communication, getting to know people, and like the power of communication is massive. I think like educate yourself on that if you don't educate yourself on anything else.
Yeah, it's huge. I've literally just been like diving into all that stuff as well. Like, starting to look at like just investing a little bit more into yourself.
You've been reading some books lately. I saw your books over there. What are you reading at the moment? Is it a novel or is it an educational book?
No, that's an educational one.
Very interesting. Talk to me.
Just rereading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Love it.
Yeah. Have you read that one yet?
No, I haven't. But can you spill any knowledge in this podcast for me?
I'll definitely try. I reckon, so I've just restarted it, and one of the biggest ones at the moment is just like, I guess, not criticizing people. I think there's, in today's society especially, we have a lot of that. People just like, they don't see your face, so they just like rip on you. And this book just basically talks about, in that first chapter, about whenever you're trying to correct someone or getting them to like change their behavior for a better reason or for a better outcome, you basically just give them praise whenever they do the right thing. When they do the wrong thing, you just leave it. Like, it's not even worth it. So the guy was talking about a couple of guys that just went from, being broke ass and then coming out and being millionaires. So just
It's
'cause
crazy,
that.
isn't it? Like you can literally change. I don't know. You can change the way of your life just by learning how to communicate with people. Like it's such an important skill to have.
Yeah.
Like if you can't communicate with, if you can't say what you're thinking to another person, it's a struggle. And it's not even business. It's relationships. It's life. Like it can completely, completely fuck up your life.
Yeah. Well, business is like relationships at the moment. Like,
Very true.
Yeah. This is
very true.
I reckon it's business 3.0 at this stage. Like people just cut through all the bullshit.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And it was funny. My sister and I were actually just talking this morning, and I was like, I've spent a lot of time with friends and stuff lately, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm not getting enough done in terms of business, running programs and stuff. I feel like I'm behind on that. She's like, don't forget, like that is your business, like making relationships, talking to people, meeting new people, building those connections. That is business. It's like, don't think of that, building really strong connections with people, building friends. That is business for you, like, and it is for everyone as well. Like, that's so important. I'm so lucky that I went to a really great school, that I was fortunate enough to make lots of connections with lots of people, and I guess that probably gave me a bit of a front foot, in life, and meeting so many fantastic people through that, which is use your school friends as much as you possibly can.
Well, with that, like even. Because I know people that have started on the opposite end, because some people will look at that and be like, oh, well, you went there, you've got a head start. It's like, well, maybe, but that's his jumping board, that's where he gets to start. Your lane is just like, okay, you might have to work harder. So you just got to go out there and find different ways to do that.
And there's like, I'm sorry, but there's people in every school that are going to become successful. Like, you just got to make sure you hang out with the right people. And I think that the greatest quote, one of the greatest quotes, giving you guys a lot of quotes today. But one of my favorite quotes is, you become the product of, your closest 5 friends or your closest 10 friends. So make sure that you choose the right people. And if you're not in the right crowd, bro, get the hell out of there. Like, it's really important that you're around the right people as much as you possibly can be. Yeah.
It's tough to make that call when you're younger, because you get so caught up in, wanting to be that like cool kid, and having the fame. But once you actually pivot away from that and you get older, you just go, oh, actually, it's more about the quality of the people that's around you.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the time, like something that I did want to touch on in this podcast was like kind of fake friends. Like, like something that I've probably had to deal with a little bit in the last 6 to 8 months, is people kind of coming out of the woodwork that I haven't seen in 5 years. Like, oh my God, bro, like so great to see you.
How we doing, bro? And you're like, I don't know.
I'm like, bro, you hated me 5 years ago. Like, we weren't friends, and now you're trying to be friends with me. Like, and that's why I'll always give you a lot of time, because you were someone that was there for me from day one, kind of thing, saying, I really believe in you. I think that you're gonna do some really great things, and I'm the same with you, vice versa. I think you're going to do some great things. And that's why I call you a close friend. But there's a lot of people kind of that come out of the woodwork, and you just have to be really concentrated and focused on deciphering who the real friends are in your life and who isn't, because if you don't, like, you might wind up with a lot of fake friends around you, and they're just going to bring you down. Yeah,
for sure. Fully agree on that. And shot. Like, bro.
I got you, bro.
Go to the heart.
I got you, bro.
Nah,
Conrad, he's a fake friend. I can't stand him. I'm going to tell you all right now.
This is all just superficial.
This is all superficial. We actually hate each other off camera.
We only met each other like a year ago. It doesn't matter.
We did, and we just chatted bullshit the whole time about.
We don't know what we're saying yet. Nah. Yeah, man, that's so good. Like, in terms of friends and fake friends, even meeting new people, like, so I've moved down to Gold Coast, which like has just been such a bloody struggle with like even making time and getting out through to you, man, like, because you're busy, and I'm like doing my own thing as well down there. Just building that network down there has been interesting, like meeting new people and just cutting through the bullshit.
How have you gone with it? Like, it might be a bit of a superficial
go for it.
Point of view, but like for mine, there's a lot of people that I've met in Gold Coast, and not made assumptions of. My least favorite thing about people is making assumptions of someone off social media. I really despise that. I'm like, if you actually have to meet these kind of people and then make an informed decision about them. But there's a lot of people down there that I would say are faker friends that have started to come more now. I'm lucky. There's not really much of an influencer culture here on the Sunshine Coast. It's very chilled out, and everyone's kind of just like very I don't know, relaxed.
Yeah.
Like there's not really much song and dance about it. But yeah, I don't know. Have you found that in the Gold Coast?
I'm pretty lucky in the sense that I'm like a stealth bomber. Like,
What's a stealth bomber?
so mate, I'm deadly, but nobody knows about me.
He's a killer.
Yeah, I get the job
Little
done.
do we know,
Yeah,
this is the last time you ever see me.
yeah, nah, nah, we need you around.
Yeah, true.
I've got a good network.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the biggest value that I bring to people. And yeah, having been down Gold Coast, I think, like, yeah, you get that. You got to be so cautious with that.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely people that are around and they, like, if you don't have a certain bracket of followers, like, you're not allowed to hang out with them.
Yeah,
you're not allowed
crazy.
to, like, and if you do, like, you can't be on the socials.
Crazy.
So, and then there's other people that are more genuine, like Nate and yourself, where it's just like, you don't actually care. Like, it's the same. The person we see on socials is the person that, like, is sitting right next to me right here, right now.
Dude, if you have 100,000 followers or 1,000 followers, if you play AFL or you play local league, you're still just a bloke or a girl. You're the same person.
Yeah.
Like, don't get freaking. If
Doesn't
that person
change
has
you.
if that person has 1,000 followers, it doesn't mean he's not a good person.
Yeah.
Like, they're just human beings,
Yeah.
bro. Like, and I would rather make a decision on someone, you know, after I've met them and actually like, oh, I actually get along with you kind of thing. I'm not gonna say, oh God, got 100,000 followers. So I want to hang out with him more than the person that has 1,000. Like, that's.
Yeah.
I think that's sad, bro.
Yeah.
That's the world of social media, though. That's what we live in.
it's become really superficial. But on the nicer side of things, like, there is a contrasting and a polarizing side to it where, you know, the people that I've met. So I'm a pretty active person as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hit the gym like this guy. I just do home workouts and I surf a lot.
I try home workouts and I quit them. I quit.
He's too big for him.
I
He's
quit.
too
Now that I've got
strong.
this beautiful sumo strength
Yeah.
gym, shout out to Sumo Strength. I love you guys.
Let's go.
Why would I do a home? Well, technically, I'm doing home workouts, really,
True.
just in
True.
the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with weights. Yeah.
With sumo. Let's
With
go.
sumo. Let's go.
Yeah, no, but I feel like with the influencer side of things, even building those connections. So I joined Mega Run when I first moved down there, and I was like, this is a great way to, like, meet people if you're into fitness, and just like the whole culture they've set around that. And Meg, the girl who founded that,
Meg
with
Sutherland.
yeah, with Will, I think.
Yes.
They're married now, so congratulations.
Congratulations. Invite to the wedding or?
No, I wish. She doesn't know me, mate.
Not enough followers.
Like I said,
Not enough followers.
stealth bomber.
Not enough followers.
Yeah, no, but build a great culture there, and I've met some of the best people through that. And the way I guess some of those guys cut through the bullshit is they don't give you their socials. They just go, oh, here's my phone number.
Oh, really?
Like, let's link up. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
I rate that. Like, there's a guy, Montez. He's like an absolute beast of a human. Like, he's plant-based athlete, like, just freak, like, absolute freak, man. And he's got Insta, but he was like, no, I don't have Insta, bro. Here's my, like, phone number. Let's catch up.
See, that's
We went for
real.
sesh.
That's a real brother right there.
Yeah.
Like, we love to hear that sort of stuff.
Bro, he's elite. And I, like, genuinely, I actually want you to, like, connect with him because I think there's, like, some crossover.
Yeah, I'll definitely link,
Yeah.
bro. That's awesome. Like, I like to give people my phone number for a personal line. I think that's definitely really strong, but I am selective with who I give it to. Like,
for sure.
Because a lot of the time I get people like, God, people ring me or like ring me on like Instagram or Snapchat, and they ring me like 6 or 7 times, and I just block them. Like, I can't. Like, I do. Like, I know that they're doing it out of love, but like it's literally so annoying. I've got one phone number, one Instagram, you know, one Snapchat.
Yeah.
And if you ring me 6 or 7 times in like the space of 3 minutes, like, I'm just gonna block you because you're annoying me.
So
like,
what is like the best way for someone to actually, like, if they genuinely just want to love you on you, what is the best way someone can actually love on you?
I read all of my Snapchats and I read all of my Instagram DMs. Like, I'll read them all.
Guys,
Like,
come on.
Like, I'll read them all, but like
Simple.
a lot of the time it's just like a reply to a story, like a love heart, like, or like something like that. I'm probably not gonna reply to that. But like, if you ask me a genuine question, like, oh, hey, how can I, you know, get straight? But don't ask me like stupid questions like, sometimes I just get some dumb
What's the
questions.
dumbest one you've had?
Oh my God, I've got some stupid questions. I can't even
The brain's just flooded. Like,
Mate,
there's just so
sometimes
many.
I go on and I read these questions and I'm like, mate, you can figure this out yourself.
Yeah.
Or like something when I've literally just gone and posted a video or like done a post on like getting your skin better. And I've listed out 5 things to do to get your skin better. And then they'll text me, what are the best things that you did to make your skin better? Bro, read the post. What are your 3 favorite things? What are your 3 favorite exercises in the gym to make me faster? Bro, go and engage with the content. It's literally like 3 videos ago. You can literally look, or like a reel, like a 2-week reel ago. Like, don't ask me the question. You can figure it out. You felt it's like people just want to be spoon fed everything on social media.
They love
I'm
it.
like, bro, I can't reply to 500 messages a day about how to get faster. Like, watch my content, or if I get that many questions, I'll just make a video on it, and then you can watch it from there, kind of thing. But like,
that's huge.
Yeah, silly questions sometimes, bro. I'm like, I can't respond.
Dude, I want to touch on the skin thing. Like, I know it's a sensitive thing for a lot of people. Personally, I actually had no idea that you went through that, man.
Yeah.
So like, that's tough. I've been fortunate enough to not ever
got
have
beautiful
gone through
skin,
that.
mate.
Like,
You got
I'm pretty
beautiful skin.
fortunate. But yeah, man, like, what was that like? That would have done some nasty things to your like self-esteem at a stage.
So having bad skin was like probably one of the biggest things I had to deal with in school. I used to get called pizza face and stuff like that, but like by mates, like as a kind of joke, but like they really didn't know how much it cut. That's right, I didn't know how much it cut, kind of thing. It really cut me. Like I really struggled with it, and I don't know. I guess like I said, I listed the 5 things I did to make my skin better. A lot around drinking a lot more water, a lot around sleeping my 8 hours, getting all those variables correct that you need to have, eating good food, stopping drinking. I used to actually lie about being on medication. I would say I'm on, I'm on a specific medication, so I can't drink.
Yeah.
And that's how I got out of drinking and
That's
got
good.
my skin better. So
especially in like the like sporting culture, there's a lot of just like, come on, mate, like
it's like just have a beer, mate. Come on, have a beer. Get on the piss. And I was like, bro, I can't. Like, I'm on this medication that won't let me drink alcohol. And it was like, oh, it's okay. Like, bro, don't stress. And I'm like, just have like some sodas or whatever. And that I guess that really helped me as a lie that I did for almost a whole year to get over my skin. Going to the beach every day was fantastic for it. Really clears up your skin. And that sort of stuff. Yeah, sun, get some Vit D in. That's all the greatest stuff that I guess I did. But yeah, like I said, it takes a fair bit of balls to post about it, because it was probably the biggest thing that affected my mental health. Like, I don't know, you probably haven't had it, so you wouldn't know. But like,
not in that sense. But no, not skin problems, but other stuff. But dude, that's pretty crazy that you had the guts to do that.
Well, I just know that there's going to be other people going through the same sort of thing. So I was like, I've gone through it. I've come out the other side. It's not like a, look at me, look how fantastic I am. It's like I've come out of it. Like, I'm happy and healthy now. Don't get too down on yourself, because in the future you'll be fine. You'll be confident. You get your confidence back. Yeah. Because I really struggle with my confidence. Like, I wouldn't even leave the house, bro. Yeah.
People would look at him now and be like, what? Confidence, what? You struggle with that?
Like, I couldn't leave the house, bro. I couldn't.
So anyone who's at home, like, if you're literally like worried about your confidence, this is your poster boy. Like, you want Baulchy up there, man. Like,
I am actually writing an ebook.
That's what I'm talking about.
And doing a program for mindset. Yeah. So I'm doing it's called the Prime Mindset.
Heard it here first.
It's going to be huge. Yeah, it's going to be massive. So
let's go.
I'm releasing that, and it's going to be all about confidence and how to deal with stress, anxiety. If you're feeling depressed, how I would deal with that. What nutrition you need to eat. All this really good stuff for brain function, water, and just everything. It's just going to be fantastic. So I think it's going to be a really life-changing things for a lot of people, and how I kind of turned my life around, because realistically I didn't have the confidence at the start to post what I post now. But man, you just got to think everything's going to be all right.
You build up to it.
Yeah, 100%.
You build up to it. Yeah, in the last podcast you definitely spoke a little bit about, like, potentially looking like an egg when you go for it and you fail.
Yeah.
But like,
egg in the face moment.
Yeah. You just gotta have a crack.
And that's the thing, like, because at the start, it's so funny, because talking about fake friends, not fake friends, but like my friends at school, like I was posting posted TikToks for like 2 weeks, and one of my mates goes, if I see another one of Prime Train's post come up on my For You page, I'm gonna block him. And it was like when I had 500 followers, right? And then 2 weeks later, I've got 20,000 followers, so it's just gone bang, like gone real quick. And he's the first one that asked me for a program. He's like, bro, can I get a program? I'm like, bro, are you serious? You were taking the absolute mickey out of me. So just remember that your friends, even though they might be your biggest haters, are actually your biggest supporters. Like, they're going to say things, and you're just going to be like, mate, when I'm successful, you're going to be the first one that's on my back, kind of thing. So, and that's the kind of people you're going to be, your friends keep you honest sometimes. They keep you grounded, especially in Australia. We've got this weird culture of pulling people down, but I'm the complete
tall poppy
opposite.
syndrome.
Yeah, tall poppy.
Yeah.
We hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. But like, bro, just like, I don't know. I've never been like that. I've never really been like a tear people down kind of thing. I've always been like, mate, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see it.
Well, Rabbit's Chat is like literally all about curiosity. So yeah.
I'm a curious man.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
You're a curious man.
I am. I love like just learning different ways that people make money and just like even deal with their relationships and stuff. So relationships is like I said, it's all about communication, bro. Like, it sounds so simple. It's kind of like when I tell people, oh, if you want to run faster, go run. if you want to be better in a relationship, communicate. It sounds real simple, right? Yeah.
But like, it's such an important skill to have. Tell the truth. Just say what comes to your mind. Me and my sister always talk about, we're like, bro, like, say what comes to your head a little bit more, guys. Yeah. And there'll be so many problems that we can avert. Like, don't have to worry about it. We just say what we think.
Dating culture at the moment,
like, do you have a girlfriend at the moment? What's going on with you?
Oh
really?
I don't know. I don't know if people are ready.
Oh, okay.
I'm
going on.
So I'm exclusive with someone.
Good.
There's no title on it. I definitely broke a wing in the last relationship.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. So went through that, but just definitely trying to take it easy.
Good man.
I find it so difficult to do that, I'm just like a head first, straight into the ice kind of person.
You're not the only person. I've got a friend, Louis, who's very similar. He like falls in love so quickly. I had to name him. He knows.
Yeah,
he knows. He says it as well.
Son.
He says it as well. He's like, I fall in love so quickly. Yeah. And I'm like, you just have to keep him at arm's length, like, for a little bit. I don't know. I'm talking about dating culture. Last girl I dated was 3 years ago. But like, I don't know. I'm young. I'm not really... I was
going to check in on you on that as well, because I was like, I remember last time you were a single Pringle.
Yeah, look, I've had a few, exclusivities with some sort of people, but mate, realistically, at the end of the day, for me, I'm not at a stage in my life where I'm comfortable to settle down. And unfortunately, Prime Training is my girlfriend. Like, I don't have, like, I'm sorry, if there's a girl out there that wants to date me, you will not be my priority. Like, unfortunately, you won't. And girls hate that. So until I'm in a position to put a girl in as my priority, as my number one, I don't think I want to put a girl through that. I'm chilling.
Just doing your thing.
Just doing my thing,
bro.
I love it. No, I love it. Yeah, it's fun. Weekends are fun.
Yeah, went on a bit of a tear, and definitely, like, on that side of communication, like, just learning to not settle. Learning to, like, have that honest communication with someone, being like, hey, look, like, you're awesome, but I can't give you what you're looking for right now. This is where I'm at.
And I think that's, like, if I was to get into a relationship tomorrow with someone, I would tell them straight away. I'd say, I'm sorry, you're not going to be my priority. And they'll probably say, hopefully they'll say, I want to be someone's priority, so unfortunately we can't be together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd want them to be honest rather than say, oh, that's okay, like, Brian can be your number one. And then, like, 6 months later, go, you never give me any attention. You're too busy focused on your goals and your business.
Yeah.
I'm like, I told you that at the start. Like, you need to recognize that this is kind of how it goes.
Yeah. It's one of the sacrifices, I guess, you got to make, like, when you're chasing that bigger thing.
I really just want to set myself up for when I'm 25 and 30, and I want to have, obviously want to have a fantastic little family, 2 kids, cafe, everything. That's my 10-year goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that at the end? Sorry.
No. I'll write that one down.
I've always wanted to have my own cafe and just kind of rock up, waltz in, get free coffee every day.
What would that look like for you? What would, like, your dream cafe look like?
Honestly, mate, like doesn't have to be too crazy. Like literally a hole in the wall, like but like real good vibes. Like like absolutely ticket vibe. Like really nice, really good like little culture. Probably, you know, I'll be there every now and then. I do have my barista certificate, but I'm not very good at latte art. So I'll get someone else. I'd probably delegate that. But like I don't know if it'd be good or great or terrible. It might fail, but like we say, egg in the face moment maybe. But at the end of the day, like that's always been my dream to have, you know, family, a cafe, and whatever else comes with that. Hopefully a beautiful wife as well.
So last year you said that you wanted to, I guess, build your PT stuff over the next like 3 to 5 years. So you're probably like your first year or second year in. So you got like 3 years left. How are you tracking on that?
Yeah, well, first year.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull you up, boy.
First year's been great, mate. First year's been great. Yeah. And look, I really love what I'm doing, and I talk very honestly with a lot of my friends, and they're like, how sustainable is this kind of thing? And that's why I did start to get into property and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Because I know that that's going to set me up for the rest of my life. But yeah, it's going fantastically. I'm lucky. I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I'm trying to stay as humble as possible. It is hard when you start to become successful,
for sure.
Or you know, you start to reach the goals that you've set for yourself, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm doing better than what I expected, and then you just need people around you that keep you honest, kind of thing, and that's so important. I think that my family has probably been the greatest at that. Good. They're like, they just treat me the exact same, which is awesome. And I actually went out with them one night. Yeah. Had a few beers. It was after a game of footy. My whole family with me, and we went to Storybridge Hotel. Yeah. And they didn't really know what was going on, like social media for me kind of thing, so they didn't really have like much of an idea. I'm like, you know, my stuff's going really well, my business is going really well, and they're like,
you're doing well, my boy, you're doing very well.
And I've gone out and I'm at Storybridge Hotel in Brisbane, and I'm walking down the street and people are like pointing at me and stuff, and, like taking photos and stuff. And my dad like, who, like obviously these people are like taking the piss out of you or something, and get into the pub, and every single person's like pretty much stopped and turned and like, oh my God, how's he there? And like everyone's getting photos and stuff, and it's like, and for me by that stage I've probably been doing it for like 3 or 4 months, so it was like it was kind of normalized for me. But like mum and dad were like, bro, like this is really, you know, this is really exciting for you know, for our family and for Tom and stuff. So it was really cool to kind of show them what happens on a night out for me, which they had no idea about that sort of stuff. But then when I come home, Dad's like, they would take the piss out of you, mate. Like he keeps me humble, which is good. Like obviously they weren't, but like he's got
some stripes as well.
Yeah, he's got some. He's a good man. He's smart
done
man.
well.
Yeah, so he's great. He's great to have around. My family just treat me the exact same, which is awesome. Yeah, I love him.
I think we've kind of answered all the questions, so that's like fucking useless.
Useless. Yeah. Roll it out.
Yeah, dude. Let's wrap it up.
Well, before we wrap it up, I do have a hat for you.
Oh, J up.
Yeah, so it's a Prime Training hat. It's black corduroy. It's got a little bit of white Prime Training on the front. These hats are selling like hotcakes, some would say. They're absolutely fantastic, mate. So, she's all yours.
Oh, shot, son. Here we go. I'll do the like.
Yeah, I think the schoolboy. I think it works. I didn't know if you wanted the white or black, but I gave you the black one. I think black's good. I think black's. I
always rep the black.
Yeah, I think black's more
whenever I train.
Yeah.
Watch me. The next beach run I do or something like that, I'll be rocking this on.
Yeah, you'll be turning heads. You'll be turning heads everywhere. You might watch out for that exclusive girlfriend that you have. You might have another couple.
Yeah, look, you should remind her that. Like, nah, I'm kidding.
Hello.
You're great.
Love you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, dude. Thanks. It's been such a pleasure having a catch up with you.
No worries.
Yeah. Keen to see where things go.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for having me on, Mr. Rabbit.
This is Rabbit's Chat, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Baulch, or Prime Training. I'll chuck the links down below for you guys to suss him out. He's got some dope programs.
Guys, there'll be a 20% off discount code Rabbit's Chat with the Z. Yeah. So make sure you check that out. You'll get 20% off on all the programs.
Yeah. The merch is great. I'm actually jealous. I'm trying to sort my merch shit out.
Trying to be like you, my boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn.
Trying to be like you.
But yeah, dude, so good.
Mate, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Love it, dude.
Yeah, it's so funny talking to you a year ago and then talking to you now, and everything's changed so much. So hopefully we can make this a yearly thing.
Yeah, man.